Hello everyone and welcome to our weekly wrap-up of news stories that made the headlines. I'm Nicole Cordobes and this is the MB Rundown. The House of Representatives on Wednesday night voted to impeach Commission on Elections Chairman Andres Bautista, voting 75 in the affirmative and 137 in the negative. The lower chamber agreed to override the report and resolution of the Committee on Justice, recommending the dismissal of the impeachment complaint for insufficiency in form. Under the 1987 Constitution, the House requires 1/3 of the total members of the chamber to impeach an incumbent impeachable official. Impeachment endorsers Deputy Speaker Gwendolyn Garcia and Representative Harry Roque welcomed the decision of the chamber, which also gained support from the minority bloc. Negros Oriental Representative Jacinto Paras and lawyer Ferdinand Topacio, through their lawyer Manuelito Luna, accused Bautista of committing betrayal of public trust, culpable violation of the Constitution, and direct bribery in connection with questionable actions as Comelec Chairman. The complainants also cited the accusations hurled by Patricia Bautista, the Comelec Chairman's estranged wife, who claimed that Bautista had kept billions of pesos in unexplained wealth. Filipino satisfaction and trust in President Rodrigo Duterte has significantly declined in the 2017 third quarter SWS survey results. The nationwide survey asked 1,200 respondents and found 67% of Filipinos satisfied, 14% undecided, and 19% dissatisfied with President Duterte in the last 3 months. SWS explained that the 18-point decline in President Duterte's net satisfaction rating amid the 15-point decline in his net trust rating between June and September 2017 resulted from the declines in his net satisfaction ratings among both those with much trust and those with little trust in him. His net satisfaction rating among those with much trust in him declined to positive 69 in September 2017, down by 10 points from positive 79 in June 2017. It also fell among those with little trust in the president to negative 38 in September from positive 3 in June. By area, the president's net satisfaction rating from June 2017 to September 2017 fell by 30 points in the Visayas region, 22 points in the rest of Luzon, and 19 points in Metro Manila, while it stayed steady in Mindanao. Aegis Juris Fraternity member Ralph Trangia and his mother Rosemary returns to Manila last Monday from the United States. The two of them are facing the obstruction of justice charge in relation to the death of Horacio Acho Castillo III. The Manila Police District spokesman Superintendent Erwin Margarejo said MPD Homicide Chief Senior Inspector Romel Anicete went to NAIA Terminal 1 to give his contact details to the Trangias. MPD is hoping that Ralph Trangia, one of the primary suspects, would cooperate in their investigation. Anicete also encouraged Ralph and the rest of the Trangia family to coordinate with them and encourage them to shed light in the investigation they are conducting. He explained that the MPD cannot arrest Ralph because they do not have a warrant of arrest. The MPD also offered security assistance to the Trangias, but they declined. Customs Commissioner Isidro La Peña on Monday announced the relief of 8 district collectors and 30 section chiefs in the Bureau. This is the most number of employees removed in the recent years in the Bureau of Customs history. This came after the commissioner's pronouncement that he would be relieving officers who would disregard his marching order to stop corruption and benchmarking in their respective ports. In a separate customs personal order dated September 27, 30 section chiefs from the formal entry divisions of the Port of Manila and Manila International Container Port were removed from their posts and reassigned to various provincial collection districts of the Bureau. According to La Peña, the officials were relieved from their posts due to poor collection results as well as failure to stop the practice of benchmarking that causes TIRA. Renowned iconic accountant Washington Sisip has passed away Saturday night while he was en route to New York City. He was 96 years old. CSIP is the founder of the country's #1 auditing and accounting firm, CSIP Velayo Gores and Company, or the SGV, and the Asian Institute of Management, or the AIM. Malacanang has also offered its sympathies to the family of the tycoon and philanthropist, remembering him as a respected voice in corporate governance and believer in Filipino talent. In a Twitter post of former Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima, he described his mentor as a towering pillar of the Philippine economy. Insurance Commissioner Rufino Abad took to his Facebook account, posting a status that CSIP's remains will be held in a New York hospital while documents are being prepared. Business leaders, especially the accounting and auditing industry, also mourned for CSIP's passing. In foreign news, North Korean computer hackers have stolen hundreds of classified military documents from South Korea, including detailed wartime operational plans involving its U.S. ally. Ri Cheol-hee, a lawmaker for the ruling Democratic Party, said the hackers had broken into the South's military network last September and gained access to 235 gigabytes of sensitive data. Among the leaked documents was Operational Plans 5015 for use in case of war with the North, and including procedures for decapitation attacks on leader Kim Jong-un. The report comes amid heightened fears of conflict on the Korean Peninsula, fueled by U.S. President Donald Trump's continued threats of military action against Pyongyang to tame its weapons ambitions. Citing Seoul's defense ministry, Ri said that 80% of the leaked documents had yet to be identified, but the contingency plan for the South's special forces was stolen, as well as details about annual joint military drills with the U.S. and information on key military facilities and power plants. Back in May, the ministry said North Korea had hacked into Seoul's military intranet but did not say what had been leaked. Pyongyang has a 6,800-strong unit of trained cyber warfare specialists, according to the South Korean government. It has been accused of launching high-profile cyber attacks, including the 2014 hacking of Sony Pictures. Globe Telecom is about to disrupt the landscape of the healthcare industry in the Philippines with Consulta MD, the first ever venture of Globe Telecom into life services with its 24/7 health hotline designed to make medical information more accessible, efficient, and affordable to the majority of Filipinos. This addresses 2 of the 9 areas in the healthcare spectrum identified by a global consultancy and research firm as having the biggest potential for disruption and transformation: care anytime, anywhere, and the cost of care or the operation innovations. And you all know what the doctors say: do not take medical advice from the internet or you'll die of anxiety. So why not speak directly to a team of skilled and licensed doctors who are readily available to provide medical assessment, basic health care, and permissible medication over the phone.
Ang pinaka gusto ko about our service is it doesn't matter kung anong oras ng gabi. I can call a hotline, I can talk to a licensed Filipino doctor, I can ask questions about my children, and really it's the convenience, it's having access, it's being able to save time, and being able to save on unnecessary hospital bills and costs that come with accessing healthcare.
Consulta MD also solves another problem facing our health industry: the lack of doctors. Currently, the Philippines has about 3 doctors for every 100,000 patients in the rural areas and 7 doctors for every 100,000 patients in the urban area. This lack of experienced healthcare professionals, in addition to under-resourced public hospitals, poor health infrastructure, limited accessibility, and high cost of medical consultation, induce behavior among Filipinos towards self-medication. They end up resorting to folk medicines, unfounded advice from family and friends, and traditional cures. With Consulta MD, Filipinos from all walks of life, especially those falling below the poverty line and those living in marginalized areas, will have access to a reliable source of medical information anytime they want, wherever they are in the country, without spending a lot of time and money. But of course, Consulta MD does not replace the face-to-face interaction between doctors and patients, but only serves as a means of interim care so that the public can have immediate and affordable medical attention. To know more about Consulta MD, please visit www.consulta.md or call 79880 on your mobile phone and 0279880000 on your landline. Jeff Horn remains adamant in getting Manny Pacquiao back into the ring that the Australian's camp has already a timetable in place. Horn's chief trainer Glenn Rushton said Horn is set to make the first defense of the World Boxing Organization welterweight title he won from Pacquiao on points against British Gary Corcoran on December 15 in Brisbane. Rushton also said that Pacquiao is not available and that they need to keep Horn fighting to keep him active. The plan is to get the match with Corcoran done, and then hopefully by April they can get Pacquiao back to Brisbane. Under the contract, Horn is mandated to grant Pacquiao a rematch, and the Australian was actually more than willing to meet the 38-year-old 8th Division champion. But Pacquiao, who will be 39 on December 17, could not commit owing to his hectic Senate schedule. In entertainment, iconic rapper Eminem has unleashed a profane lyrical tirade against President Donald Trump, saying he came to stomp, and taking aim at Trump's Twitter habits, policy, appearance, and supporters. The rapper on Tuesday unveiled The Storm, a 4.5-minute freestyle rap video recorded in a Detroit parking garage that aired as part of BET's Hip Hop Awards on Tuesday night. Eminem slammed the Republican president as a kamikaze who will probably cause a nuclear holocaust before criticizing Trump's ongoing campaign against NFL national anthem protests. Eminem also took down Trump's recently unveiled plan for tax cuts, questioning who's going to pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions. At one point, he called Trump, who's 71, a racist 94-year-old grandpa and compared the president's appearance to the Marvel Comics character, The Thing. The 44-year-old rapper closed out his rant with a message to his fans who support Trump, saying, "I'm drawing in the sand a line, you're either for or against." He added that people who do not support the president love the military and the country but hate Trump. The White House didn't respond to a request for comment on the video, and Trump didn't mention it while tweeting on several issues Wednesday morning. Good news for Star Wars fans! Lucasfilm debuted its highly anticipated second trailer for Star Wars: The Last Jedi on Monday, hinting at dark times ahead for the Resistance and possibly even the end of Leia. The footage from the 8th installment in the blockbuster space opera, due for release on December 15, dropped during ESPN's Monday Night Football halftime show. The 154-second clip follows a trailer released in April which teased Luke Skywalker teaching Rey the ways of the Force. But this time around, more plot was unveiled, with Luke telling Rey he'd only seen power like hers once before, and while it didn't scare him enough then, it does now. It had almost 500,000 views and more than 21,000 comments on YouTube within 2 hours of being posted, with the hashtag #TheLastJedi quickly becoming the top trending hashtag worldwide on Twitter. The Last Jedi, filmed on the west coast of Ireland and at the Pinewood Studios near London, sees the return of the characters introduced in 2015's 7th installment.
My place in all this.
And for this week's thought to ponder on. Every person who comes to us possesses assets as well as liabilities. By continuous training, we can increase his assets and cut down his liabilities, and thus increase his net worth. Wise words from the late Washington Sisip. And that's it for this week's edition of the MB Rundown. I'm Nicole Cordobes. Have a great weekend.